Elaine, you got a minute? Need to talk about something important.
I'm at work, but can message. What's up?
It's about Jake. I've been hearing some things around the hospital that you should know about.
What things? Everything okay?
I don't know how to say this, but I think there might be issues with your marriage that you're not aware of. Have you noticed Jake acting different lately?
Different how? He's been working late a lot, but that's normal. What exactly have you heard?
The thing is, I need to tell you something and you're probably going to hate me, but as your friend, I think you deserve to know the truth.
Just say it, Carla. You're starting to worry me.
Jake and I have been seeing each other. It's been going on for a few months now. I'm so sorry, Elaine.
What do you mean, seeing each other? Please tell me this isn't what I think it is.
We've been having an affair. It started innocently, just talking and getting coffee, but things developed between us.
Are you serious right now? You're my best friend, Carla, and Jake is my husband. How could you do this?
I know. I feel terrible about how this happened. But Jake and I, we have this connection. We didn't plan for this to happen.
A connection? He's my husband, Carla. We took vows. How long has this been going on exactly?
Since around January. I wanted to tell you sooner, but I didn't know how.
4 months? You've been sleeping with my husband for 4 months? While acting like everything was normal? Coming to our house for dinner?
Please try to understand. I know you and Jake have been having problems. He said you're always working, that you barely talk anymore.
Don't you dare try to blame this on me. My work schedule doesn't justify you sleeping with my husband.
You're right. I'm sorry. That was wrong of me to say. But Elaine, there's more you need to know.
What more could there possibly be?
Jake and I are in love. He's planning to leave you. We want to be together officially.
You cannot be serious right now. This has to be some kind of sick joke.
It's not a joke. He proposed to me last week. Once your divorce is final, we're getting married. I'll be Mrs. Thompson.
You really are delusional. You think you're going to marry Jake and live happily ever after? You have no idea what you've gotten yourself into.
What's that supposed to mean? Jake loves me. We're going to have an amazing life together. He's taking over as hospital director soon. His father promised him the position.
Oh, Carla, you poor naive fool. Jake's been lying to you about everything. He's not even working at the hospital anymore.
That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't he be working here? His father runs the place.
Jake isn't the director's son, and he was fired months ago for ethical violations. But clearly, he didn't tell you that part.
You're lying. Jake would never do anything unethical. You're just jealous because he chose me, because I'll have the life you couldn't give him.
The life I couldn't give him? I gave him everything. My love, my trust, my loyalty, and he threw it all away for you.
Face it, Elaine, you lost. Jake and I are getting married, and there's nothing you can do about it. Maybe if you hadn't been so focused on your career, you could have kept him happy.
You know what, Carla? You're welcome to him. You two deserve each other, a lying cheater and a backstabbing friend. Don't come crying to me when it falls apart.
It won't fall apart. We're meant to be together. I'll send you a wedding invitation. You can see firsthand how happy we are. Though I doubt you'll come since you'll be too busy being bitter and alone.
Keep the invitation. I wouldn't attend your sham wedding if you paid me. I truly hope you wake up and see Jake for who he really is before it's too late. But I'm done with both of you. Have a nice life. We need to talk, now. Don't even think about ignoring these messages.
Hey babe, just got out of a meeting. What's up?
Cut the act, Jake. Carla told me everything. 4 months with my best friend?
Damn. I didn't want you to find out like this. I was going to tell you myself. Can we talk about this in person?
No, you can explain yourself right here. I want to see you try to justify this in writing.
Look, I know this looks bad, but things between us haven't been great for a while. We barely see each other anymore.
So this is my fault because I work hard at my job? A job that supported us while you were working late?
That's not what I meant. I've been feeling lonely, disconnected. Carla was just there for me.
Oh, how convenient. My best friend was there for you while you were lying to my face every single day.
It wasn't planned, Elaine. Things just happened. Carla started coming to me with her problems and things just escalated quickly.
What problems exactly? Her problem with being a terrible friend? Or her problem with basic human decency?
Don't blame this all on her. I'm the one who's married. I should have handled things differently.
You think? You should have talked to me if you were unhappy, instead of sneaking around with my friend.
You're right. I screwed up. I know saying sorry isn't enough, but I never meant to hurt you like this.
But you did hurt me, Jake, in the worst possible way. With someone I trusted completely.
I know, and I feel terrible about it. Can we please try to work through this? Maybe couples counseling?
Are you kidding me? You want to work things out while you're planning to marry Carla?
What? Who said anything about marriage?
Oh, so now you're lying about that too? Carla told me about the proposal, about your big plans to take over as hospital director.
Listen, I can explain.
Explain what exactly? How you got fired for trying to sell patient data? Or how you've been lying to Carla about being the director's son?
Who told you about that? That situation was complicated. I never actually went through with it.
You're pathetic. You can't even own up to what you did. Always making excuses, always playing the victim.
I'm not playing anything. I made mistakes, yes, but I'm still a good doctor.
No, Jake, you're not. A good doctor doesn't violate patient trust. A good doctor doesn't get fired for ethical violations.
That's not fair. I was desperate. The bills were piling up. You know that.
The bills you racked up, wasting money gambling with cryptocurrency, while planning your future with Carla.
Please, Elaine, let's talk about this. We can figure something out. 15 years of marriage has to mean something.
It meant something to me, Jake, but clearly it meant nothing to you. I want a divorce.
No, please don't do this. I'll break things off with Carla. We can start over.
There is no starting over. You destroyed everything we had. I'll have my lawyer contact you tomorrow.
Think about what you're doing. Think about my career. This will ruin my reputation.
Your reputation? You ruined that all by yourself. Now you can deal with the consequences.
Elaine, please, I love you. I made a horrible mistake.
Save it for Carla. I'm sure she'll love hearing how you really feel. Don't contact me again except through my lawyer.
You're making a mistake. We can work this out. Just give me one more chance.
We're done, Jake. I mean it. Goodbye.
Hey, Elaine. Hope you're doing okay. I know we haven't talked since, well, everything. But I have something important to ask you.
I can't imagine what you could possibly have to say to me, but go ahead, surprise me.
I know this might sound crazy, but Jake and I are getting married next month, and I'd really like you to be there.
Are you kidding me? You want me to attend your wedding? To my ex-husband?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I was hoping we could move past all the drama. Show everyone that we're all mature adults about this.
Mature adults? You slept with my husband, and now you want me to celebrate that?
Look, I know things got messy, but Jake and I want to start fresh. Having you there would mean a lot to both of us.
This is unbelievable. You really have no shame, do you? What makes you think I would ever want to attend your wedding?
I'm trying to extend an olive branch here. We used to be best friends, remember? I miss our friendship.
You should have thought about our friendship before sleeping with my husband. Friends don't betray each other like that. Friends don't steal each other's husbands.
I didn't steal anything. Jake and I fell in love. Sometimes these things just happen.
These things don't just happen. You both made choices. Choices that destroyed our marriage and our friendship.
You're being dramatic and honestly, a little bitter. Jake and I are happy together. Why can't you accept that?
Happy together? Based on what? His lies about being the director's son? Or his promises about your lavish future together?
Stop trying to poison what we have. Jake comes from an influential family. Our wedding is going to be amazing at the Plaza Hotel.
The plaza? With what money? Jake was fired months ago. He can barely pay his debts.
That's not true. Jake would never lie to me about something like that. He's already put down deposits for everything.
And where did he get that money? Did he tell you about the loan sharks or about selling patient information?
You're just trying to ruin this for me. Jake explained everything about the hospital. It was all a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? He was caught trying to sell confidential patient data. There are legal proceedings pending.
No, that can't be true. Jake said his father handled everything. The director wouldn't let his own son get in trouble.
Jake is not the director's son. How many times do I have to tell you? You've been conned, Carla.
You're lying. Jake wouldn't deceive me like that. We're in love.
Wake up, Carla. Check his background if you don't believe me. Ask to meet his influential family.
I don't need to check anything. I trust Jake completely. Unlike you, I make him happy.
I just can't with you. Go ahead and live in your fantasy world, but don't say I didn't warn you. And definitely don't expect me at your wedding.
You're just jealous. Jealous that Jake chose me. Jealous that I'm getting everything you couldn't keep.
Trust me, I'm not jealous. I'm embarrassed for you. As your former friend, I pity you for not seeing the truth.
Save your pity. I'm going to be Mrs. Jake Thompson. And we're going to have the perfect life together.
Good luck with that. Don't come crying to me when it all falls apart, because it will, sooner than you think.
Whatever, Elaine. Enjoy your lonely, bitter life while I live my fairy tale.
Your fairy tale is built on lies, but you'll figure that out soon enough. Goodbye, Carla.
Elaine, are you there? I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from, but I really need to talk to you.
What do you want, Carla? The wedding must be coming up soon. Need more people to witness your fairy tale?
The wedding's off. Everything's falling apart. You were right about Jake, about everything.
Oh, what happened to your perfect life? Your wealthy, influential fiancé?
I was so stupid. The Plaza Hotel deposits, bounced checks. The wedding planner is threatening to sue.
Let me guess. Jake's family connections couldn't fix it. His director father didn't step in.
I found out he's not even related to the director. Everything was a lie. God, I feel like such a fool.
I tried to warn you multiple times, but you didn't want to hear it.
I know. And that's not even the worst part. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs because of him.
What kind of debt?
I took out loans for the wedding, put deposits on my credit cards. Jake promised he'd pay me back, but
now he's gone? With your money? Shocking.
I deserve that. I deserve all of it. The truth is, this was never really about Jake. It was about you. About how jealous I've been of you.
Jealous? Of me? What are you talking about?
You've always been the successful one, the brilliant doctor, the perfect wife. I felt like I was living in your shadow.
So you slept with my husband? That was your solution?
I know it sounds twisted, but taking Jake from you, it made me feel powerful, like I finally won at something.
That's really messed up, Carla. You destroyed our friendship over jealousy? Over some twisted competition I didn't even know about?
I've been in therapy, trying to understand why I did what I did, why I threw away 20 years of friendship.
And what have you figured out?
That I'm deeply insecure, that I've been comparing myself to you since college, always feeling like I wasn't good enough.
I had no idea you felt that way. You always seem so confident, so sure of yourself.
It was all an act. Every time you succeeded, I felt like a failure. When Jake married you, it just confirmed everything.
But we were friends. Best friends. You could have talked to me about this.
I know that now, but I let my insecurity poison everything. I became someone I don't even recognize. I'm so sorry, Elaine, for betraying you, for letting jealousy destroy our friendship.
I appreciate your honesty. It doesn't fix what happened, but it helps me understand.
I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed you to know the truth. To know how deeply I regret what I did.
It's going to take time to process all of this, to move past the hurt.
I understand. I'll give you all the time you need. Thank you for even reading these messages.
You're getting help? Is the therapy working?
Yes, I've been going twice a week, learning to value myself without tearing others down.
That's good, Carla. I'm glad you're getting help, working on yourself.
Thank you, Elaine, for listening, for not hating me even though you should.
I don't hate you. I'm disappointed and hurt, but hate takes too much energy.
You always were the wise one. I should have learned from you instead of resenting you.
We all have our paths, our struggles, our lessons to learn.
Can we, maybe someday, try to be friends again? I miss you.
Let's take it slow, one day at a time. No promises, but maybe.
Elaine, I know you blocked me before, but please read these messages. I need to talk to you.
What is it, Jake? The divorce is final. There's nothing left to discuss.
I know it's final, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about everything I destroyed.
And what great insights have you had? What profound realizations?
I was a complete idiot. I threw away the best thing in my life. For what? A fantasy that I let get out of control.
Is this about Carla leaving, or about your lies catching up with you?
No, it's more than that. I've been seeing a therapist, really working on understanding why I did what I did. I was weak and insecure. Instead of being proud of your success, I let my ego and jealousy poison everything.
You know, Carla told me something similar, about letting jealousy and insecurity take over.
She did? I guess we both hurt you for similar reasons, both feeling inadequate compared to your success.
Neither of you needed to feel that way. My success wasn't a threat. I wanted to share it with both of you.
I know that now. You were always supportive of everyone around you, while we were both so caught up in our own issues.
Have you talked to Carla recently? She's been working through some things, really trying to understand her actions.
No, I haven't. After everything fell apart, I thought it best to give her space.
She's in therapy too, working on her self-worth. Maybe you both need that healing.
You think we should talk? After all the damage we caused, all the pain we created?
Honestly, yes. You both made mistakes, but you both seem to be learning from them.
I don't know if she'd want to hear from me. I lied to her too, used her insecurities to manipulate her.
She understands more than you think about why people make mistakes, about how insecurity can drive us.
You're being incredibly generous. After everything we put you through, you're still trying to help us.
I've done my own healing, and holding on to anger helps no one. Maybe you two can help each other heal too.
You always were the wisest of us, even now, showing compassion when you have every right to hate us both.
Hate takes too much energy. I'd rather see you both grow, learn from this, and become better people.
Thank you, Elaine, for this conversation, for your incredible grace.
Just don't waste it, this chance to grow, to make things right.
I won't. I'll reach out to Carla and try to make amends there, too.
Good. You both deserve happiness, even if it took this mess to find your way there.
What about you? Are you happy with your new position as director?
I am. Life is a way of working out, even when it takes unexpected turns.
You deserve every success. I'm sorry I couldn't celebrate it with you like I should have.
Everything happens for a reason. Maybe this was all meant to be, to help us all grow.
Thank you, Elaine, for everything, especially for this conversation.
Take care of yourself, Jake, and take care of Carla if you can. You both need healing.
I will. Goodbye, Elaine. Thank you for showing me the way forward.
Goodbye, Jake. I hope you both find your way, together or apart. Afterward, I heard through the grapevine that Jake found a position at another private hospital. He and Carla reconciled and are living together. When I remember what Carla did to me, my heart still feels unsettled. But because she explained her reasons for acting that way, I can see things a bit differently now. I no longer feel hatred or irritation, just a sincere wish for their happiness. I'm about to be appointed as director, so I'll be giving my all to my work. Dan, what's going on? Where are you? I'm going into labor right now. The baby's gonna be born any second. The contractions are getting closer and closer. The doctor said they're gonna move me into the delivery room. So I need you to get back here as soon as possible. Seriously, where did you run off to all of a sudden? You said you were going to the bathroom, but that was 2 hours ago.
So it sounds like everything's going smoothly over there. Thanks for telling me, that's good to know.
What? Good to know? That wasn't just a little tidbit of information for you. I need you over here now.
Sorry, Mary, but I'm not coming back. Like, I don't really want to go at all, so I'm gonna pass on this one. Good luck, though.
Dan, what on earth are you saying? You don't want to come? This is your child, Dan. I want you to be here when she's born.
Oh, trust me, I know that she's got my blood running through her veins and all, but I don't know, I just don't really feel like it's gonna work out between us. The whole husband and father thing seems way too heavy for me. I'm not interested.
I have no idea what's gotten into you, Dan. You always seem to be so happy to be having a child together. What happened to that? Look, I know you're nervous. I can understand that. I'm nervous about becoming a mom, too. But just come back to the delivery room for now, okay? We can talk things out later.
I'm trying to tell you, babe, that is not going to happen. There's no turning back for me now. Thanks for the good times, Mary. We sure had a lot of them, huh? I don't think I'll ever see you again, but just know that I'll be cheering you on. I hope you and the kid are the happiest two people on the face of the planet. Goodbye!
Dan, where are you going? Dan, please, answer me! Dan, answer your phone! What is going on? Why are you doing this to me?
Hey, Mary, what's your schedule looking like for today? Are you gonna be home late?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be. I've got a meeting this afternoon and there's a lot to go over.
Gotcha. Not a problem. I'll go ahead and pick up Ashley then.
Thank you so much for everything, Cole. You really are a lifesaver. And I know that there's no one Ashley would rather have in her life than you. I just wish that we didn't have to be such a burden on you. You do so much for us.
Nah, you don't need to feel bad about anything, Mary. We're in a mutually beneficial relationship, I'd say. You help me out with my problems, I help you out with yours.
Yeah, but I feel like I have a lot more problems that I need help with than you do, and my problems are all more serious. 5 years ago, when Ashley was born, I decided that I would raise her by myself as a single mother. But there aren't very many companies out there willing to hire a single mother like me. They'd have to hire me under the assumption that I'd be taking off a lot of time to take care of my daughter. And my last job was working as a flight attendant, but I quit that once I became pregnant with my daughter. The only reason I was able to get by was because you were willing to hire me at your company, Cole.
I'm telling you, Mary, we were glad to have you. We had been looking for a multilingual staff member for a long time when you came along. But we were a brand new startup back then, and barely anyone had ever even heard of us. The few people that did apply to us had language skills that were basically the level of, I cleared level 5 on a free language learning app. You coming along was a massive blessing to our business. Things have been getting better and better ever since you started working. So trust me when I tell you, Mary, you have been very helpful to me.
It makes me really happy to know I'm so appreciated.
If I ever stop appreciating you, feel free to punch me in the face, all right? But seriously, I'm here for you. Whenever you need something, you know who to call. And another thing, don't keep anything bottled up inside you either. If you got something to say, say it.
Yeah, this might sound kind of cliche, but being honest really is important, isn't it? Even if it's someone you trust completely, it can be hard to speak openly sometimes.
For sure, for sure. So yeah, if you ever got a problem or someone's bugging you, don't hold back, let me know.
You'll be the first person I call.
Glad to hear it. Okay, I'm gonna get back to work now. I'll see you later on.
See you later, Cole.
Mary, how's it going, baby? You been taking care of yourself? Man, let me tell you what, I am really glad you never changed your phone number.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Excuse me? Okay, if this is some kind of a joke, it is not funny. It's me, you dork. Dan, your husband.
Dan? I don't believe this. 5 years ago, you suddenly vanished into thin air, and I haven't heard a word from you since.
Yeah, I don't blame you for being shocked. It must have been rough for you since I left. Plus, didn't I ditch you while you were going into labor? That was a real jerky thing to do, huh? Actually, I was kind of wanting to apologize to you about that. Do you think we could meet up somewhere for dinner tonight?
Rough? Rough? Rough does not even begin to describe the kind of trouble you put me through, Dan. And now you just want to stroll right back into town and come have dinner with me just like good old times? Not a chance. Get lost.
Hey, come on, don't be that way, Mary. I know, I was a bit of a jerk for abandoning you. I feel bad for doing that. I think I deserve a chance to give you my side of the story, though. And another thing, I've been doing a lot of thinking these last 5 years, and I've finally decided that I'm ready to be a father now. I want to do it all. I want to be your husband again. I want to live together and raise our, son? Daughter? I forget which it was, but I want to meet them, too. I bet that little tyke's gonna be super happy to finally meet me.
I have never met anyone as selfish as you in my entire life. There are a lot of things that I would love to say to you right now, but I'll leave it at this. The answer is no. You and I will never be together again.
Okay, really, Mary? Let's be honest here. You're being pretty childish about the whole thing. I mean, I've only been gone for 5 years, right? But we're gonna be together for the next 50 years at least. So what if I was gone for 1/10 of our life together?
I guess it's not going to get through to you unless I give it to you straight, so here it is. My daughter already has a father. She doesn't need you.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah, she has a father. It's me. I'm her father.
No, Dan, you aren't her father. Not anymore. I've married someone else, and we're living together now.
What? No way, nuh-uh, back up. I did not consent to any divorce. I sure as hell didn't sign any divorce papers. You can't just divorce me and marry some other guy without my permission.
Actually, I can. You were gone without contact for so long that the courts allowed me to divorce you in absentia. I went through all the mandatory procedures and genuinely tried my best to find you, but no one I talked to knew where you were. I even put in a missing person report with the police, but again, they didn't come up with anything. I didn't even know I could divorce you without you present at first, but when I talked to my lawyer, he told me about the absentee divorce process. He took care of everything for me. We went to court and they sided with me. And really now, what did you expect me to do? There is no reason, no legitimate justification for you to abandon your wife and daughter for 5 years. None. I'm not a saint, Dan. You can't expect me to wait around forever for you to show up on my doorstep.
Okay, that's all fine, but I'm back now, so your stupid dementia divorce isn't valid anymore.
It's divorce in absentia, Dan. And once again, I am already married to someone else. This state doesn't recognize polygamy, so I'm afraid you're out of luck. So we're done here, right? You get that it's over between us? I have a new husband, a new home, and a new life. I am finally, after so long, starting to find happiness again, and I will not allow you to get in my way.
Hold it right there, Mary. This isn't fair. You haven't even tried to look at things from my point of view. I have a totally legitimate explanation for why I was gone for so long, and you're not letting me say my piece. And most of all, we were married. I was your husband, and you had no idea where I was for 5 years. Aren't you, relieved to know that I'm safe and sound? At the very least, I don't think it would kill you to meet up with me and just talk for a little bit.
I will admit that when you first texted me just now, I didn't really know whether I should be relieved, furious, sad, or what. But after seeing how casual you're acting about what you did, I know for sure. You don't feel one drop of remorse for what you did, and you don't understand or care how much you hurt me. So no, I won't be meeting up with you tonight or any other night. I've got better things to do than spend time with people who don't care about me.
I am not being casual. Well, okay, maybe I'm talking casually, but what's wrong with trying to lighten the mood a little bit?
Lightening the mood is something you do at parties, not when you should be apologizing profusely. Which, if you had done that, maybe I'd agree to at least talk to you. I don't know what happened to you, but you're not the Dan that I married. You've changed, and I want nothing to do with the person that you've become.
Mary, please hear me out! Hey man, thanks a million for taking the time to talk to me today. I really appreciate it. Don't mention it. I couldn't just leave you out in front of my office, pacing back and forth. I thought you might have been lost or in trouble, so imagine my shock when I learned that you're an old acquaintance of Mary's. Nah, it's like I told you, I'm way more than an acquaintance. I'm her husband. I was trying to tell her that I had a very good reason to disappear 5 years ago, but she just wouldn't listen. I don't know what to do with that woman, but it does make me feel better to see how well she's doing. She found a good boss anyway. She sure was lucky that a nice guy like you picked her up off the street, huh? On the contrary, I'm the lucky one. If not for Mary, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. And since you played a part in her and I meeting, I suppose I should be thanking you for that. There's something that's been bothering me for a while. You seem like you're really friendly with Mary, like friendlier than someone should be with their boss. I won't deny that our relationship is somewhat closer than a simple business relationship. Is there some problem with that? Well, yeah, seeing as though I'm her husband. Plus, what gets me even more worried is that she's been telling me some stupid story about being remarried. I see. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with how friendly we are with each other. I'm close with Mary's daughter, too. She even calls me her dad. She does? That's really weird. Say, Dan, would you mind if I told you what's been bothering me for a while? I'd appreciate it if you would stop calling Mary your wife. Because she isn't your wife anymore. She's mine. What? Wait a second. Now you're telling me you're the guy who's trying to get his hands on my woman? Once again, she's not your woman, Dan. I've heard all about you from Mary. She tells me that 5 years ago you suddenly got cold feet about becoming a father and ditched her while she was in labor. Then you spent the next 5 years traveling around the world, working odd jobs in various exotic countries. And now that you've realized the importance of love and family, you've come crawling back to her. That sounds like the plot for a crappy, straight-to-TV romance film. Hey, don't you talk to me like that! You don't know anything about me! And I'll thank you to not try and butt in between Mary and me! I think you're fundamentally mistaken about which of us is butting in. Do you have any idea how much Mary struggled after you abandoned her? Her parents had already passed away, so she was left with absolutely no one that could help her take care of Ashley. She gave up everything for Ashley, prioritizing her daughter's needs over her own every step of the way. I saw that love in her from the very moment she walked in for her first interview. It didn't take long for me to realize that I wanted nothing more in life than to be the man who she could fully rely on. And you did that well enough until now, but your services are no longer needed. Ashley is my daughter. She's got my blood running through her veins. The only thing connecting you to her is some paperwork. You're nothing to her. Mary said that you were terminally incapable of thinking about anyone's feelings but your own. And boy, was she right. I made the right choice taking you into a cafe rather than the office. Wait a minute, you only took me there to keep me away from Mary? That's exactly what I did. You simply couldn't be trusted. However, the next time you show up on my doorstep, the only place I'll be taking you is the local jailhouse. Now, this brings me to another question. How did you find out where my office was? It's entirely possible you broke the law to find us. Let's see. I think I already have a pretty strong case for a stalking lawsuit as things stand. If you hired a private detective to find her, that's definitely grounds for a restraining order. Wait, no, I wasn't stalking her. You're making that up. I was talking to an old friend a few days ago, okay? He said that he bumped into her in the area a while back. So I came down to a nearby park and waited, then sure enough, she showed up. Ah, so you were stalking her. Thanks for the confession. I should inform you that I was recording our entire conversation at the cafe. I fully intend to use it as evidence against you in court if I need to. But whether I do or not, all depends on you agreeing to stay the hell away from us. And since you're clearly not too bright, let me make myself perfectly clear. This is not a threat. This is an order. Do as I say or else. Got it? You think you're such hot stuff because you started your own stupid little business in this podunk town. Well, screw you! Don't worry, I'll never darken the doorstep of your precious little office. Don't play games with me, Dan. I'm ordering you to stay away from my wife. You can't order me around. Whatever, I'm blocking your number, asshole. Mary, I want you to take a taxi home today. I've already called for one. It's going to come at the back door. That good-for-nothing scumbag showed up in front of the office a while ago and was just pacing back and forth. I gave him a chance to speak his piece, and I felt like I was going to be sick the whole time.
Oh no, he came to the office? Oh my god! I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, Cole.
Mary, don't apologize. You're the victim here, okay? Dan is the one who's in the wrong. Also, I'm pretty sure that he's just after money. His clothes, his bad posture, the way he was looking over his shoulder, it all screamed that he was desperate for cash.
Money? What are you thinking? That he's got a bunch of debt that he wants me to pay for him?
I don't know, but I'll have him checked out. I got a bunch of good pictures of him, as well as a voice recording that we can use as evidence.
Thanks for that. I'll do some digging into him myself.
No, Mary, I don't want you involved with this any more than you already are. You just look after yourself and Ashley and leave Dan to me.
No, Cole, this is my problem. I can't leave you to deal with Dan alone. Will you at least let me help you? You've already done so much for me.
All right, but I don't want you contacting him without letting me know, all right? We'll take him down together. Yo, Mary, how are my two baby girls doing? You've had a few days to think. Have you cooled off a bit? I am dying to meet my daughter, Mary. When are you gonna give in and let me see her? And we also need to talk about our future together. I know we can make things work between us. I love you, and I know you still love me.
Is it me you love, or just my money?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I never said anything about money. How could you think that about me?
I've been wondering something for all these years. Why? Why did you abandon us right before Ashley was born? I thought maybe you had another woman or something. But I knew that the more I dwelt on you and your betrayal, the more I'd get hurt. So I decided that I wouldn't go looking for you. I would just move on with my life and forget you.
Come on, you really think I'd betray you? You're the only woman for me!
You did betray me, Dan, and you betrayed a lot of other people too. I see that you've turned your little side business into quite the profitable venture. You even bought yourself a lovely little mansion overseas with all your earnings.
Mary, what are you talking about?
I remember you starting up some sort of side hustle way back when. At first, you said it was to earn money to put away for our daughter's college education. I was grateful for that and wanted to support you however I could. Even when you started being away from home on weekends, leaving me all alone late in my pregnancy, I stood by you. I thought you were trying to do the right thing, but you were orchestrating a pyramid scheme.
Whoa, what's gotten into you, Mary?
I checked you out, Dan. I started talking to your friends, and eventually, one of them fessed up. He said that you had sold him a massive set of goods, telling him that he could sell them at 3 times the price he paid for them.
Okay, back up. Yes, it's true that I picked up a sales job on the side, but those were genuine products. I fully stand behind their quality. If he had trouble selling them, then he should have been a better salesman.
Don't bother giving me excuses, Dan. He's not the only one of your victims I've talked to. I've got an entire binder full of sworn statements against you. I called your company too. They said you had suddenly quit without even giving 2 weeks' notice. And now I know why. You went around the world to peddle your fraudulent products. Is that why you never contacted us? You didn't want anyone to catch on to your crimes?
I was raking in cash, Mary. It was like Scrooge McDuck swimming in a pool of money. Once I started selling that stuff, I realized that I was a really good salesman. I jumped straight to the top sales position in the entire company. I was making 10 times as much as I did at my old job. So when I heard that I could make even more money selling overseas, I just had to go. But that was right around the time you were about to give birth. I knew that once that kid was born, I'd have to spend my hard-earned money on her. That's not fair. I worked hard for that money. It's mine.
I don't believe you. Are you serious right now?
Of course I'm serious. That's how our society works, Mary. Money flows to those who deserve it most. And you think I'm a criminal? Give me a break! A fool and his money are soon parted, as they say. All I did was speed up the process a little. If I didn't take money from those idiots, they would have wasted it on something stupid for sure. In my hands, that money was put to way better use.
I can't help but notice you're using the past tense, Dan. You lost everything, didn't you? Yes, I know that too. You gambled away all of your money, and even a bunch of your company's money. So now you're on the run, hiding from some shady characters who are very, very angry at you. And you want me to shelter you from the reign of your own malfeasance. Do I have that right?
Look! It was a simple mistake! I tried to talk things out with them, but, well, they weren't in the mood for talking. I used the very last money that I had to come back home and find you. My parents are dead. My friends don't trust me anymore. I had no one. Except you, that is. I still had you. I'm sorry, Mary, for everything. I screwed up, but I want to make things right now. Let's give it one more shot, okay? And can you give me a quick answer? I've been at this cafe for a few hours without buying anything, and the girl behind the counter is starting to look at me funny.
You're in a cafe? I hope they have good insurance.
Huh? Insurance? Hey, hold on. A big group of guys just came in the front door. Mary, what's going on? They found me, but how? Did you do this?
My new husband did some digging into you too. Eventually, he ran across a couple of guys who were looking for you. Which makes sense. I'll bet a lot of the friends you conned would like to have a word with you. And well, it looks like word has somehow gotten around that you're back in town.
No! Why would you do that to me? These guys are bad news, Mary. Real bad news. And they're ticked at me. And I mean, okay, I have to admit they have a point. I did kind of take some of their money and gambled it all away. I can own up to that. But all I need to do is earn it all back. I'm a great salesman. I'll make back that money and more in no time if they just give me a chance.
Some people are stupid, Dan. Other people are evil. But I don't think I've ever met anyone who was as stupid and evil as you are. Stealing is bad. That much is obvious. But it's even worse to steal from the kind of people who run an international fraud ring.
Hey, do you think you could lend me a little bit of money?
A little bit? How much are we talking about?
I don't know, around, say, $500,000?
Dear God, you moron! You gambled away $500,000?
I was on an unbelievable hot streak. I was gonna become a billionaire. And then, well, I made a couple of bad bets. But don't worry, I promise you that I'll pay back every last cent. I'll never gamble again, honest. And I know that I put you through a lot while I was gone, but I'm gonna make that all up to you. I'm gonna be the best father you and Ashley could ever hope for. I'm gonna change diapers, wash dishes, do the laundry, clean the toilets. I'll pick Ashley up from school, take out the trash. I'll even sort out the recycling.
I think I actually might have underestimated how dumb you are. Do you really think that there's even a remote chance that I'll forgive you?
You mean you're not gonna help me out? But why not? Please, Mary, I don't have anyone else to turn to. I need you, Mary. I'm in big trouble, and you're the only one who can get me out of it.
Is that right? All right, I guess I can help you get out of that cafe alive.
Really? You'll do it?
Sure, why not? Where are you right now?
Oh my God, Mary, you're a real lifesaver! I'm at the cafe that's right across the street from the bus station!
Cool, thanks for letting me know. Hey, by the way, I never told you this, but my husband's dad? He works with the FBI.
His dad's a Fed?
His specialty is investigating international crime syndicates.
Oh no! Is that why your husband had a wire on him when we were talking in the cafe earlier today? But hey, I didn't commit any crimes. All I did was sell products. There's nothing illegal about that.
My husband's dad disagrees. He thinks you're guilty of a number of serious crimes. And on top of that, what you were doing overseas was just plain fraud.
What? I never defrauded anybody.
Well, unfortunately for you, your name is on a list of members of an international fraud ring. A number of reports were filed several years ago, and a larger investigation started from there. So don't worry, you'll get out of there alive. Yep, soon enough, you'll be safe and sound, in the backseat of a police car.
No way! The cops are coming for me? That's even worse! I'd rather deal with the guys I stole money from than the cops! Hey, come on, Mary, can't you give me a break? I'm telling you, I really love you! You can't do this to me! I'm your husband!
You were my husband, but you aren't anymore. You messaged me for the first time in 5 years. And why was that? Because you wanted me to save you from the trouble you got yourself into. I don't love you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't even want to think about you anymore. Ashley has a father, and that father is Cole. She doesn't need you, and neither do I. When you abandoned us, it was to protect yourself and your own money. So you made your choice about which was more important to you, and now you can live with the consequences of that choice.
No way! I can hear a cop car's siren coming closer! I can hear the guys in the cafe all clearing out. They must see it coming! This can't be happening! I'm the world's greatest salesman! I'm destined for greatness, wealth, fame! But how am I supposed to get all that if I'm locked up in a prison cell?
That's your problem. You figure it out. I don't think I'll ever see you again, but just know that I'm cheering you on. I hope that you and your cellmate will be the two happiest people in the entire prison.
Hey, Mary, don't worry about dinner tonight. I'll whip something up for all of us.
Wow, really? Thank you so much, Cole. I'll head home just as soon as I get this last document translated.
Nah, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I'd have to spend a king's ransom hiring 3 different people who speak the languages you do. Oh, hey, by the way, you know who was featured on the news today? It looks like the cops got all the information they could have wanted out of all the thugs they arrested at the cafe that day. They didn't just get the low-level guys in the organization, they got the kingpin himself. I guess Dan had about 20 different fake IDs on him when he was arrested. That's gonna be a lot of time added to his sentence.
Wow, so I guess Dan really was a member of an international crime ring. Though, to be fair, he's so dumb that maybe he genuinely didn't realize what he got himself into.
I'm just glad that Ashley never has to find out about any of this.
Yeah, for sure. My lips are sealed. I'm taking the truth about Dan to the grave with me. When she gets older, I'll just tell her that Dan left us for another woman or something.
Yeah, that might be for the best. Man, though, It sure is crazy how much money can corrupt someone, huh? Before you know it, you're in so deep that you can't see the sunlight anymore. Then you get sucked all the way to the bottom where it's so dark you can't even see right from wrong anymore. But greed can get the best of anyone, so it's important to remember that some things are more important than money.
Yeah, like family. Thank you so much for being the best family I could ever ask for, Cole.
And thank you as well. Becoming Ashley's dad and your husband is the best thing that ever happened to me.
The news had an entire segment on how Dan managed to get back into the country. He was wanted in multiple countries, so he couldn't fly. He had to basically hitchhike across the entire Asian continent, then bought his way onto a freight ship that took him back to America. Isn't that nuts? It's like something out of a spy movie. The investigation into the fraud ring that Dan had joined was a roaring success. They managed to dismantle the entire organization and arrested every single one of its members. The members are being handed off to the countries that they committed crimes in one by one to face judgment. Something tells me that he's not going to be coming back to America again in the near future. Probably ever. It really is a scary world out there. No matter where you go, there are people willing to take advantage of people. I just hope my daughter can grow up without having to know about that ugly side of the world. Don't you think it's a bit inappropriate to be going out on dates with a bunch of young girls, Ken? I mean, it would be one thing if you were a young single man, but you're not that young, and you're definitely not single.
What are you insinuating? I have no idea what you're talking about. All I'm doing is going out for a friendly drink with my colleagues. I told you in advance that I'd be home late tonight, didn't I?
Don't treat me like an idiot, Ken. I'm not. I know what you're doing. I also know how much money you're spending on gifts and drinks for those girls is impacting our monthly budget.
How I spend my money is no concern of yours. All the money that goes into our monthly budget comes from my paycheck. All you have to do is pay the bills at the end of the month, so don't think you have any right to criticize my spending habits. Seriously, what kind of housewife are you? All you ever do is complain, complain, complain.
And who was it who told me to quit my job and become a housewife, Ken? It was you! You had this bizarre obsession of the man in the relationship needing to be the sole breadwinner.
It's not bizarre, it's simply the way of the world, and it's a good deal for you, too. All you need to worry about is whatever goes on within the confines of our home. I'm out there in the world busting my ass every day to bring home the bacon. So how about you do a bit less complaining and a bit more cleaning?
You know, Ken, you didn't used to be this way. You've changed bit by bit ever since we got married. If I knew this is the person you'd become, I would have never said I do.
Yeah, and if I had known you'd be this much of a whiny, demanding, lazy harpy, I'd have looked elsewhere for a wife, too. You're hardly even a wife to me at all.
That's big talk coming from a man who spends all his weekends and weeknights paying young girls for attention.
There you go again, making all these baseless accusations. Do you really think a guy like me needs to pay young girls to get attention from them? Think back to our college days. I was the single most eligible bachelor on campus.
Ugh, you're really going to bring up your college days again? You're not 20 anymore, Ken. You're twice that age. You're middle-aged.
You take that back right now. I am not 40. I'm 38. And I'll have you know that men in their mid-30s are the most attractive to women, especially younger women. I've got a stable income, a nice car, a house, and dashing, manly, good looks. So yeah, I don't need to pay girls to be around me. They're lining up to do that for free.
Yeah, sure, whatever. If you want to have your feverish fantasies of being hounded by young women, be my guest. But I'm telling you, you need to cut back on your spending. Got it?
And I'm telling you that I don't have to take orders on spending money from you. You want to accuse me of buying attention from the girls I spend time with? All right, let's see some evidence. Well, do you have any hard evidence? No? I thought not. So I don't ever want you to bring this up to me again.
Good grief.
Hi there, Laura. I wanted to apologize for earlier. And, well, not just earlier. I guess I have a lot to apologize for.
I'll give you one thing. It took guts for you to give me your real phone number.
I couldn't just say no. I mean, you're Kenny's wife after all. What's going on is completely my fault, and I totally understand why you'd be furious at me.
In all honesty, I'm not really too angry at you. I mean, you're just out there working hard to earn a paycheck, just like the rest of us.
A paycheck? Wait a second, what do you mean, a paycheck?
It's okay, Mallory. You don't need to hide anything from me. Ken's showering you with gifts and money in exchange for going out with him, isn't he? I mean, I just saw the two of you out together. You were holding hands and everything.
Okay, I know this is gonna sound like I'm making up an excuse to dodge responsibility, but please hear me out. I'm not really going out with Kenny. At least, I don't want to go out with him.
What do you mean? If you don't want to go out with him, it seems odd that you'd be holding hands in public.
I know, but the thing is... Oh god, this is so embarrassing. The truth is, Kenny is my boss.
What?
I just started working at the company a few months ago, and Ken is my supervisor. Back during my training, he used to take me out for lunch in between sessions pretty frequently. But then lately, it's been getting a lot more frequent, and he started to hold my hand and walk really, really close to me.
Wait, so you mean you're doing this against your will?
Well, it's not that I don't respect Ken as my boss or anything, but...
It's all right, Mallory. You can be honest with me. Tell me exactly how you feel.
I hate having to spend so much time with him. I mean, when I applied to this company, I thought it would be a good place to build my career. But now he'll tell me that he's taking me to a client's office, and then he'll actually just take me to a cafe. I'll try to talk about business, but he only ever talks to me like he's trying to get in my... Well, you know. It's creepy as hell.
Okay, well, if you don't mind me asking, why is it that you call him Kenny? I mean, his name is Ken, I'm his wife, and even I've never addressed him as Kenny.
I know, I'm sorry, but it's a force of habit. He told me that's how he wants me to call him. He said that it makes for a friendlier work environment to address someone by a nickname.
Really? I don't know. Seems like that would just make for a less professional working environment.
I honestly feel the same way. But it's not just me. He orders all the women who work with him to call him Kenny.
He does? Okay, that is really creepy. Yuck. I feel like I need to apologize to you now. I started this conversation pretty hard on the offense, but now I can see you're more of a victim.
No, it's all right. I know it's partially my fault for going along with it and not just saying no.
You shouldn't feel guilty about anything at all, Mallory. It's not easy for anyone to stand up to their boss, much less a young girl like you just getting her career started. Ken's in the wrong here. He's abusing his position of power in the company.
Thank you for being so understanding, Laura. I have to say, when you saw us together earlier today, I was actually kind of relieved.
Yeah, I've been tolerating him for a while, but I can't just let him get away with this anymore. I'm gonna put together a plan to teach him a lesson that he'll never forget, and I'll need your help to do it. Would you be willing to cooperate with me?
Definitely, Ken is doing this to other girls here besides me too. If there's anything I can do to help take him down, I'll do it.
Awesome. Then I think we should meet up to discuss the game plan.
Laura! Just what in blue blazes is going on here? You owe me an explanation. Answer me. I'll keep calling and texting you until you respond.
Do you really need me to explain it for you? It seems like you should be able to figure it all out for yourself. The girl that you thought you were going to be going out with tonight was me. I confirmed the price with you, set up an appointment, and caught you red-handed when you came to the restaurant expecting a date.
Wait a second. It was you I was talking with this whole time?
You said it yourself, Ken. You told me that if I wanted to prove you were paying younger women to spend time with you, then I needed hard evidence. What do you say? Is this hard enough of evidence for you? Have I thoroughly proven my case?
You ungrateful, insolent, stuck-up little brat! How many times do I have to tell you it is not your choice how I spend the money that I earn? It's my choice and mine alone!
Right you are, Ken. I'm not here to dispute that. I would say, however, that the way you're spending your money is pretty lame, not to mention wasteful. Weren't you going on and on just the other day about how you don't need to bribe girls to hang out with you?
Yeah, and I don't. Cindy messaged me first. Wow, I guess that was actually you, but my point stands. You seemed like you were so interested in meeting up with me, so I thought I'd do you the favor of meeting up with you. That's all.
Uh-huh. You did me the favor of meeting up with me for the low price of $50 an hour?
Would you just shut up already? This was a valuable opportunity for me to, learn about trends among the younger generation. My company is looking to increase its younger customer base. I thought it would be worth the time for me to meet a young girl and ask her what sort of things are popular these days.
I get it. So you're saying the reason you've been meeting up with young girls and showering them with money and gifts is for your company's benefit?
Of course it is! You know how much of a dedicated professional I am, and you should be grateful for that. After all, my hard work and dedication is what puts a roof over your head and food on the table. You know what? Frankly, I'm sick and tired of working so hard yet being completely unappreciated. If this is the way you're gonna treat me, then I say let's get divorced!
Oh, you mean you'll agree to a divorce? That's the best news I've gotten in a while. I've been doing some thinking lately too, and I decided that I do not want to waste the rest of my life with a guy like you.
Sure, you can talk tough now, but just wait until I really do divorce you. You have no job, no money, and no house. You'll be homeless and begging for change on the street corner within a week. And if I ever walk by you downtown, I won't drop one single cent into your cup. I'll spit in it. You hear me, Laura? I don't care what terrible fate comes for you. I won't lift a finger to help you. You're the one who picked this fight. Anything that happens to you from now on is your own dumb fault.
Oh my god, seriously, Ken? You're blaming me for this? You're so pathetic. I mean, what are you going to do without me around?
What are you worried about me for? I'll just spend more time with the younger ladies who appreciate the company of a guy like myself. As for you, I don't know, you can go shack up in a homeless shelter or something.
Right.
Do be careful out there. It's a man's world, Laura. Things aren't very easy for women without husbands to take care of them, and you'll find that out soon enough. You're gonna start to wish that you had shut up and done what your husband told you to very soon. You thought you were gonna teach me a lesson for dating younger girls, but you ended up getting yourself kicked to the curb. How ironic!
Have fun with all your girlfriends, Ken.
Oh, trust me, I fully plan to. You have fun dodging drug-addicted homeless guys who come along to rob you. Hey there, Mallory. You got a minute, sweetheart? I just had my schedule for the afternoon freed up. So how'd you like to go to that cafe you love so much? There's something really important that I need to ask you.
Sorry, but I'm out of the office right now. If you have anything you need to talk to me about, go ahead and say it by text.
Oh, you're busy, man. Well, that's fine. We'll have plenty of time to see each other. Which brings me to what I wanted to talk to you about today. What would you think about getting married?
Huh?
The thing is, it looks like me and my wife are gonna be getting divorced in the very near future. I was thinking about who the best girl would be to replace her, and I knew right away. It's you, Mallory. Congratulations! I chose you to be my next wife. You're the prettiest girl in the entire company, you're smart, and you're an incredibly talented businesswoman.
Hold on. You chose me? What are you talking about? Are you seriously proposing to me right now?
I sure am. I mean, you're crazy about me, aren't you? I can tell from the way you look at me, the way you talk to me, and the way you act around me that you've got some pretty strong feelings for me. And now you're finally going to get what you've always wanted. Me!
Hold it right there, Ken. I have never once said anything about being crazy about you. I'm really not sure what I would make you think that I liked you.
You know, you're even cuter when you play hard to get. You can't fool me, Mallory. I'm a pretty perceptive guy. You're always so eager to spend time with me. I don't remember a single time that I've invited you out and you turned me down. Well, until today, that is. But you're busy, so that doesn't count. And whenever we go out, you're always holding my hand and pulling me close. You couldn't possibly make your feelings any clearer.
I'm not the one who's doing that. You always take my hand by force and pull me closer to you.
And what's wrong with that? We're two lovers who are totally head over heels for each other. It's only natural for us to be intimate like that. Really, Mallory, it's okay. You don't need to fight it. Just give in to your feelings. Let's get married. What do you say?
Ken, I'm not the only girl you spend time with. You go on dates with a bunch of other girls my age too. But now you're saying you want to marry me?
Hey, now don't try to paint me as some sort of womanizer, Mallory. Sure, I do spend a lot of time with young, beautiful women, but it's not my fault. I can't help it. I'm like a chick magnet. I've always been that way ever since I was in college. And now that I'm a ripe, mature man, I've become even more irresistible. Not to mention, I'm a perfect gentleman. A true gentleman would never turn down a lady's request.
Wow, you're pretty confident in yourself.
Right? Confidence is one of my best qualities. But as a gentleman, I realize that some girls are jealous when their man spends time with other women. So I've decided to give up spending time with all the other girls and devote myself solely to you, Mallory. You should be honored. I'm the catch of the century.
Didn't you promise your wife that you would be devoted to her? I don't know. It doesn't seem very gentlemanly to be flirting with other women when you're already married.
Well, flexibility is another one of my best qualities. Okay, seriously now, enough playing around, Mallory. So when do you want to get married? I'm fine with doing it as soon as possible. Tell you what, if it would make a difference, I'll make a promise as a gentleman right here and now that if you marry me, I won't see any other women, okay? I think that should make it clear how serious I am about you. I'm willing to give up an awful lot in order to be with you.
What separates me from all the other girls in the office that you've been flirting with? You know, like how you make all of them address you as Kenny?
Oh, and you're jealous too. You just keep getting cuter and cuter, sweetie. Look, I have you guys call me Kenny for a perfectly innocent reason. It's to make for a friendlier work environment.
You say you guys, but you actually just mean you girls, right? You don't make the men in the office call you Kenny. The men all just call you Ken or Mr. Johnson. And it's not just the nickname thing. You barely even talk to any of the men in the office.
What can I say? I'm a feminist. I really, really, really respect women. And I want to do everything within my power to make sure women feel wanted, seen, and appreciated. Plus, I'm a true believer that the future is female. Why would I waste my time talking to all those useless men when I got so many young, capable, and gorgeous women I can work with? The men in the office can use their male privilege and fend for themselves.
Wow, what a surprise! A creepy old man uses the veil of feminism to disguise the fact that he's just a creepy old man.
Excuse me?
That's right. All you are is a lecherous old creep who uses his authority to harass all the women around him. For real, who do you think you are? You chose me to be your wife? You don't get to choose whether I marry you or not. I do. And what the hell was that "I'm so attractive" spiel you just gave me? Attractive men don't have to convince women they're attractive, you moron. All of the women in the office hate your guts and are begging to be transferred elsewhere. You really haven't noticed?
Hey, Mallory, what's gotten into you?
I think I'm gonna throw up if I ever have to call you Kenny ever again. Oh well, I can deal with it for just a little bit longer, and then I'll never have to think about you ever again. Once you get canned, get the hell out of the company as soon as possible. Actually, you know what? Why don't you just get out of the entire planet, duct tape yourself to one of Elon Musk's rockets, and launch yourself to Mars?
This isn't like you, Mallory. Has someone hacked your phone or something? Whoever you are, I'm gonna call the police. You're not getting away with this.
Don't bother. It's me, the real Mallory. God, I feel like you're gonna make me hate everyone else I know named Ken. I'm not even gonna call you that anymore. I'm gonna call you Creep. So long, Creep. I hope you have a long and miserable life as far away from me as possible.
Hey, you can't call me that. I'm your boss. And more than that, I'm your mentor. I trained you from the first day you joined this company.
Yeah, and I've hated every second of it. Oh, and by the way, you're not gonna be my boss for much longer.
Huh?
I've screenshotted all the texts you've ever sent me, and so have all the other girls. We're compiling all the worst examples of your sexual harassment and filing a complaint to HR against you. Oh, and we also have voice recordings of you hitting on us in the office.
No, you can't be serious.
Your career is over, Creep. It's honestly shocking to me that you've even made it this far in the company without getting fired before now.
Hold on, I have never sexually harassed anyone!
Oh yeah? What do you call it when you call all the girls into your office to inspect their office attire, but never do the same for the men? If that's not sexual harassment, I don't know what is. And like I told you, every single one of us has something to report you for. Once this hits the HR chief's chair, you're gonna be fired within a week.
But Mallory, I thought that you liked me!
Are you drunk or something? Is something wrong with your brain? What have I ever said to make you think I liked you? How did you get that ridiculous idea in your head?
Well, you always went on dates with me. You even held my hand.
I'm a fresh college graduate who just started my first job. You're my boss, and you asked me to come with you on a business trip. How was I supposed to say no?
If you didn't want to, you should have said no. I never forced you to do anything. It's not sexual harassment to invite a colleague out to eat.
Oh yeah? I remember when Linda turned you down for one of your dates. You had her cleaning the office bathrooms for a month.
But you never said no to holding hands with me.
Yeah, and like I just told you, I was afraid of what you'd do if I said no. I've seen what you do to girls who said no, and I was scared. That kind of pressure from your superior not only ruins the working environment, it's a massive source of stress.
I didn't mean to cause anyone any stress, and my boss invited me out to drinks a lot when I first started here.
There you go, telling another one of your old man stories. I'm pretty sure your boss didn't invite you out to drink so he could hit on you.
But I was grateful for him inviting me out! He taught me everything I know! It's thanks to him that I've become such a success!
Oh, well, that was nice of him. Say, if you really want to teach younger employees the ropes, why don't you invite any of the men out to dinner? You only ever invite women.
I already told you, it's because I wanted to promote women's empowerment!
If you really respected us and wanted to empower us, you wouldn't have done all this stuff that was clearly traumatizing us. That's it. I can't take talking to you anymore. I'm gonna get to work on writing up our report on you.
Hold on! Don't just cut me off like this! Mallory, I thought that you...
No, I do not like you, and I never did. Your wife told me about you. You're always bragging about being so popular with the girls back in college, but you're still clinging to that 20 years later? You're such a freaking loser. God, why did I get stuck with a middle-aged creepy loser like you for a boss?
Wait, you've been talking to Laura? Hey! You've been talking to my subordinates? You've been planning this in the shadows all along, haven't you?
All I did was talk to her, listen to her troubles, and gave her some much-needed advice. I can't believe that you were sinking your slimy claws into such a sweet, impressive young girl as Mallory.
She's not that impressive, and she's definitely not sweet. Seriously, what is it with kids these days? It's like they don't even speak the same language anymore.
Ken, what do you want with me? I thought we were all finished with each other.
Oh, I'm not finished with you, not by a long shot. Your little scheme is close to killing my career. I don't know what poisonous advice you gave Mallory, but thanks to you, it's looking like I might have to either resign or be fired.
What are you blaming me for? Your own creepy behavior got you into this mess. Is that all you wanted to talk about, or what?
You ungrateful, backstabbing, vile jerk! I've worked my ass off to support you for all these years, and this is the thanks I get? I sure hope the unemployed and homeless life is treating you terribly!
I make $2 million a year in rental income, so I'm doing fine.
What?!
I never told you about it, but I inherited a couple business complexes in the downtown area from my grandpa when he died. He was a real estate developer, you see.
Sure, a likely story. You're actually secretly rich and you're just now bringing this up. Right, gotcha. If you're gonna lie, at least make it a bit more convincing. I might have believed you if you said $20,000 a year.
You can think I'm lying if you want, but it's the truth. And I'm doing just fine without you. But thanks for worrying about me.
Let's see some proof, huh? Prove that you make that much. Oh, wait, that's right. You have no proof because you're lying.
Okay, I'll send you a screenshot of my online bank app that shows my account balance. There. There. Does that satisfy you?
That's a lot of zeros.
Get it now? I'm not having any trouble at all getting by. I'm not one to flaunt my wealth, but I just couldn't take your snobbish, pompous badgering anymore.
Why didn't you tell me about this? I'm your husband! I had a right to know!
Remind me, Ken, who was it who said that the man should be the sole breadwinner? You always told me not to worry about anything outside of our house. So, I figured you were better off knowing. It would damage your pride if you knew the truth.
Yeah, but $2 million a year? That's another story entirely! Man or woman, $2 million is $2 million!
I see there was a price tag on your principles, but let's move on. All I wanted to tell you was that I'll have no trouble at all living on my own.
Man, that's so unfair!
Life isn't fair, sweetie. Now, if I may be so bold as to make a suggestion, I think you ought to be spending your time preparing for what's coming for you. Mallory and the other girls in the office are going to report you to HR. There's roughly a 99.9% chance that you get fired, so you had best start saving up your money. You'll also probably be on the receiving end of a lawsuit from at least a few of the girls you harassed.
I'll bet you're feeling pretty great about yourself right now, huh, Laura? You gotta hide away your $2 million per year in income while I was working every day to pay for everything. And now you get to keep all of that for yourself while I get screwed.
Did you really get screwed, or are you just getting the obvious consequences of your actions? And now that this is over, I think you also deserve to know that you were not paying for everything. I paid for half of our expenses out of my income.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You made a pretty good salary, yeah, but your spending habits were catastrophically bad. If it really were just your income, we would have gone bankrupt years ago. That's why I had no choice but to use my own income to pay our bills. So you thought that you were putting food on the table, but no, you weren't. You were taking the food I put on the table and throwing it in the trash. If you want proof, I can show you the check stubs from my own checking account.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. We're getting divorced, so I don't have anything else to say to you ever again. Have a nice life.
One more thing. I compiled a record of all your dates.
You what?
I have a detailed spreadsheet detailing where you went, what you did, and who you were with. I also took a bunch of pictures and videos to back up all the entries. And before you ask, yes, I was following you. But the one thing I'm debating is what I should do with it.
Well, what are you gonna do? Publish it on the internet or something? What would you stand to gain from doing that?
It would be really, really satisfying to watch you squirm. You have mocked me, insulted me, belittled me, and seemingly gone out of your way to torment me. So you can't blame me for wanting revenge. I'm only human, after all.
Laura! Wait, please!
I also have videos and pictures of the moment that you handed over wads of cash to your dates. And to think you always talked about yourself like you're some kind of ladies' man. All you are is a creepy old geezer skirt-chasing young women.
Laura, please listen to me. Do not publish that information. I'm begging you. I'll admit it, okay? I'm not all that attractive. I was just clinging to an image of myself from days long past.
Don't kid yourself. You weren't all that hot back then either.
But you married me!
What can I say? Confidence is attractive. You were at best a 7, but you carried yourself like a 10, and I respected that. But over the years, you turned into a run-of-the-mill old man. I wasted a lot of time on you up until now, but I won't waste another second. Goodbye.
Laura, wait!
Enjoy being unemployed and homeless, you ugly old loser. I blocked Ken's number and never heard from him again. As expected, the report Mallory and the other girls filed against him resulted in him getting fired. After that, several of them also sued him for sexual harassment, and all of them were awarded hefty damages. Word of Ken's harassment quickly spread around the local business scene, so he's having quite a lot of trouble finding a new job. I don't know where he is or what he's doing now, but I can tell you for sure that he's still shouldering a lot of debt.